our second topic is, what is it like being a woman in the Pokemon community? So like, what are some of the adversities you face? What are some of the difficulties that you do face? Like, talk a little bit more about that and some of the issues that have some of the issues that you face as a collector.
Yeah, I think overall, I have to say it's people have been pretty accepting. I mean, then you also, going back to like the TikTok comments or any comments really, you have people saying like, she has no idea what she's talking about. There's someone behind that camera like making her do all this and like feeding her information, or I wonder who's paying for all that. And it just makes me feel like that's the stuff that makes me feel bad, that like you don't think just because I'm a girl I can't have a bigger, badder collection than you, because I do. And like, oh, that's just a little I'm telling you, like, I clap back on the TikTok sometimes.
No wonder you get along with Shiv.
Part of me wants to, like, sometimes I'm typing stuff out, I'm like, oh god, I gotta delete that, I can't say that.
Oh no, I'm really good about just saying it, because at this point, like, I just roll with it at this point, because like they don't know who, like, half the people who say some of this stuff, they wouldn't say that to anyone in real life,
No way.
And like, it takes a special kind of person to sort of bring that sort of negative energy onto like just a random post, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't know you, they don't know, and it's the same people every single time, which is funny for like for me. And it's like it's like, you don't know me, yet here you are making negative comments on my platform. It's like whenever I go through like certain TikToks and it's something that I just don't like, I don't comment on it. I just scroll. So like, like I said, it takes like a special type of person to sort of like just leave something so rude and nasty. Totally. So like, I can definitely see, like, to some degree, like some of the issues that you do face. Like, do you feel like some people just don't take you seriously sometimes as 100%. As a woman in the hobby?
100%. I feel like that was my first doubt or reason why I didn't share what I had. And I wasn't sharing my collection, or I wasn't posting it on Instagram, or I was embarrassed to post it on my Instagram, And that's like a really, it's like an overwhelming feeling that like, this is something I really enjoy doing and I like doing. And it took a lot for me to get over when I finally was like, if you guys don't like that I collect, Pokemon or sports or play video games or whatever, don't follow me. Like, you don't have to be a part of my journey. And that's when I kind of like made a separate account, DonDiegoTrading, on Instagram. And I felt like so welcomed for the most part by everyone. And, like the comments on my posts were really positive, and like, that's kind of like the energy that I wanted. Yeah.
Do you have like, do you interact with both communities, whether it's like sports and Pokemon, or is it just mostly Pokemon for the most part?
I feel like it's mostly Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm still kind of learning the sports, and that's it's so different that most of my followers, I feel like, are Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, like, the way I see like the briefcase TikToks that you do post, and the pictures that you do post on Instagram, as far as like high-end collectibles go, there's not a whole lot of women out there in the Pokemon community who are very open about showing their high-end collectibles, Like, I see some people showing like one or two very expensive cards, but like, you don't see really many women, actually a lot of women for the most part, showing very high-end collectibles as far as cards go in general. So like, do you definitely see yourself being that sort of like face or that voice for a lot of women to sort of make that segue into being proud into buying high-end collectibles?
Totally. And I hope that more women, whether it's like younger girls or women my age or something, that see that and they're like, I could do that too. And I know how like overwhelming and hard it could be and easy to not do it, but I hope that I can inspire people to do it and, make these investment choices. And it's also really fun.
Like, oh, sorry to cut you off, Yi.
I was just saying, like, the comment, we talked about this earlier, the comments based off what social media platform can be different as well, right? So what are the, I guess, trends you see in terms of like the different platforms you use?
TikTok is rough. I'm a sensitive person, so it's a little toxic. Instagram has so far been really, really good. I don't use Twitter. That's really it. I think I only use like Instagram and TikTok right now. Hopefully I want to start YouTube, maybe start like a podcast eventually. Yeah, but
do it.
Like I said, I'm very nervous right now. Like this is not natural for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like I go back to like when I first started making content, like with my stuff. Like Yizzy can literally tell you, like just last week he was helping me like figure out like, the most simple stuff as far as like my cannon goes and setting up and lights and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning all this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And like
he's a noob.
Yeah, like when I
Hey,
started
I'm a
on
noob.
like when I started making content, I was like, the only two things I really did was like I went really heavy in the beginning on Instagram lives, and I was like, well, I need to do this. I need to be a little bit more productive, so I took to TikTok, and I was like kind of nervous about being on camera, like being on camera, like I don't know, like some people have seen like my first two videos as far as my YouTube channel goes, and like. It was just bad, and then on top of that, you could just tell how nervous I was. Like I would repeat the same sort of words over and over and over again. Like this is awesome. Like this is cool artwork, something like that. I would repeat the same stuff. So like I had to get like really really used to being on camera. Yeah. So I totally get that.
And you find yourself too.
Yeah.
So, like, you just find like your personality and your character in terms of like YouTube. I've tried so many things, so I've been doing it for a year now. And like, I don't know. Half the things I do, it's not even planned. I just kind of go with the flow. I'm like, wow, that actually worked.
Yeah. Yizzy's a lot better at talking on camera than I am.
I'm not.
You seem like both of you are so natural and good at it.
Oh no, I'm terrible.
No, you're not.
He's lying. But let's talk about a little more sensitive topic that I thought about recently, like the harassment that is involved in, I guess, being a female. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not.
I'm happy to talk about it. That's like another.
And we can cut it out if, but I just wanted to get, I guess that's like a more real life situation that I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
In terms of,
and I know a lot of my female friends, they face, I literally get screenshots of it from like on a regular basis, whether it's like from Sins, shout out to Senpai, like Pokemon Pelago, I get so many, I see so many screenshots of like just harassment, and it's like why does this happen so often? Like it's
my block list is pretty long. If that sums it up.
That's so sad though. Like for like most women, that's like a normal thing to do, like just straight up say like, oh, my block list is long, whereas like most guys, like their block list is like very very small in comparison.
I don't even have one.
I mean I do, like
you don't even have one. Wow.
I don't even have one.
Wow.
Literally even literally no one. Like I don't but share crazy. I guess share some awareness, maybe not necessarily stories, but like your experience with it.
I just feel like I always have to have a guard up, and that's not like me at all. I'm a very like sensitive and open person, like with all my friends. So I feel like in this particular industry I have to have a guard up, and that's just so not like me, you know? Like I want to answer all my DMs and stuff, and then when I do, like the third message in is like that message that just makes me like want to throw up. You know, it's like I'm happy to talk to people and they're so nice. So like, what's your favorite card, or what's this? And then it's like, then it gets into like the stuff that just should not be, you know.
So you get it so much where you start thinking about, oh, does this guy or this person have like an ulterior motive when they.
Now I'm like everyone. Everyone. Someone DM'd me yesterday. It was like, and it was when I was kind of preparing for, you know, a kind of a gatekeeping conversation. You know, I like to over prepare. So I was like thinking about that question, and I wasn't going to answer it. But since I was like, I don't want to be, you know, make anyone feel excluded. He was like, hey, I love Pokemon too. And I responded, welcome to the community. And the message back was just disgusting. Like I said, welcome to the community.
Yeah.
See that like some people come in with like false intentions in like I'm sort of the same way. I'm not getting disgusting messages like that, so I can't really speak on that sort of experience. But like as a content creator and you start building a large following, sometimes you just some people will come into your DMs and they're just kind, but like their false intention is to sort of like just gain something from you versus give, right?
And like you guys have a lot of followers, so it's just that alone is probably people want in on that, you know?
It's to a certain extent, but I can't say it's as bad as what you go through as a woman, you know? Like that's like what I go through is manageable, right? I can easily just like look at their message and put them in the requested and act like I didn't see their messages. Whereas like it's like, man, like what did I do to deserve this? It's like like what did I say? What did I do? Like like am I even allowed to respond to people? And like And if you don't respond to some messages, you're just gonna have like people who are really salty or really upset.
Yes,
like,
man,
it's such a fine
that's the
line.
thing. Yeah, I don't ever want to be that person. No matter how many followers I have, if I have 100,000 or 2 followers, like I want to be the person that like answered your DM and helped you, because there are a lot of people, and Shiv, you're one of those people that always, like when I had like 50 followers, you helped me, you answered my DM, and so did like Real Breaking Nate and stuff, and that just means like the world to me to have these people that are famous, I guess, in my eyes, and they're like taking time to answer me and help me, and I want to be like that to other people in the community, but like don't make me scared to like do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like super important, and I feel like Nate does just an absolute fantastic job. Shout out to Nate.
Yeah,
where he just fosters this sense of community, but like he wants to really grow how women need to, like, he really wants the whole women's side of the hobby definitely grow. Like there's a perspective thing that I like seeing from just women, like collectors who are women, right? Like I understand the sort of mentality as a guy and seeing other high-end collectors as far as that side goes, but me personally, I would like to see more high-end collectors that are also women too. And like when you get down to like the actual demographics of who sees like your content as far as analytics go, as far as like my content goes, it's majority men across the board. I'd say like I have more women following me on TikTok than I do, let's say, Instagram.
Interesting. I've never looked at that. Like
yeah,
I've never looked at
it's crazy to see. And I mean, it's just one of those things where I think it's important to sort of foster a certain side of a community, because I genuinely want to see that side grow. And you know, where I have friends that are women who are content creators, where I do see their struggle, I think it's important to sort of really like hear them out and see what they have to say, and on top of that, just sort of offer any sort of help possible. Like I think that's super duper important. Like I know we're gonna have Sins at some point on the podcast, so shout out to her. But yeah, that's it's always really interesting to like talk about this stuff, and I think this sort of stuff, like sensitive stuff, should be talked about more often, simply because of the fact that a lot of it just gets really swept underneath the rug, and like most women don't publicize like these nasty DMs, because like I
think Bonnie does a really good job at it too.
Yeah.
Like she's not afraid to just like put it on her story and just like boom. Dude,
maybe like, I should start doing that, because
do you follow Bonnie? You should, because she's like, if somebody
will.
Yeah, if somebody posts anything, she deals a lot with high end cards, has a lot herself, and is a middleman for some of these high end cards. But if a lot of people that like ask her like, where's this or where's that, and she doesn't, I guess she'll open it and it shows seen under the messages, and when they see that, like they just go off on her for some reason. They'll just be like, whether it be sexist, like you know, comments, just like unwarranted comments, like, and then she'll be like, boom, in the story, this is not how you treat women. Like it's just so good. But what were you saying?
Another thing is they get you with like an actual real question, like, what do you think this is worth, or what do you about Pokemon? And then they probably couldn't even name one Pokemon, and then that's when they get you with like the sexual and like the, you know, expecting something like as if I have to answer it, and then you don't, and then they get mad.
Oh dang.
Yeah. I mean, like I want to be able to have more women on the podcast to sort of like bring upon their experiences about this stuff, because it's necessary to talk about.
Like they need to know, like we all bleed the same. We're all human at the end of the day, and it's like it sucks that people have to be treated differently and looked at differently.
I know, and like in person too, it's scary. I'm so lucky to have my brother come with me to every show, because I get looked at like I'm lost, like I don't belong here, and then I walk up to the table and I make an offer and they're like stunned.
Yeah, especially with that giant briefcase, and it's like, what you have this, and like even carrying around that much value in terms of cards, like you have to have like some sort of protection, like
totally.
So that's good that you have him there to sort of help that out. Help.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Is he hard. Like jacked and like 6'5" and like?
Yes, he is literally. He's big. My brother's big.
That's
so
good. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
and he's older than me, so I'm like, I could do this. I feel like way more confident. And that's like, I feel bad for girls that want to get into this and they don't have someone to travel to shows with them or do stuff like this. Like, I think it'd be awesome one day to start a group where maybe like we can all travel together to like Collecticon or to Dallas or something. And yeah.